So February is here, and we all know February is the month of love. I must admit, I'm not the most romantic person myself, although I like sunset and chocolates, that's true. But nevertheless, I like the love is in the air kind of feeling of February when you get to see couples outside. I always like to see couples cuddling, and I like cuddling. And I love the red color, especially after the dull gray January, and I like hearts. So I have nothing against February with all its kitsch, although I'm a more practical girl myself. And I prefer that he cleans the kitchen to big bouquets of flowers. Anytime and any day, and he knows that for sure. But even if you're not into Valentines, you might enjoy the heart-filled February bullet journal. As always, I'd love your feedback. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, they always make my day. And subscribe for more art in your life. I promise it's not always in red, but in winter I really crave bright colors. So for February I wanted a cute theme and everything in hearts. No need to explain, right? Therefore, I chose a rounded font that I just made up. Nothing fancy, think of writing words with cooked spaghetti. I'm sorry the overhead angle is not the best for this, but it gets better as I drew along. I used my technical pen again, but you could use fine liners for the outlines. On the next page, I drew a boy and a girl kissing, sort of like the first kiss of two kids, and I adorned it with hearts above their heads. I painted everything with bright red and blue, with my trusty watercolors and a water brush. Here's a quick tip for you. If you want your colors to match, just use a few of them and mix them as needed. That way the exact same red and blue are in that violet and it looks more cohesive. I mixed my color to my liking, not complicating much as this is very simplified style and no realistic shading is required. Still, I don't like flat colors, so I just mixed a few shades of brown for the hair, for example. Then I went and searched my whole craft room for all the heart-shaped stamps that I own. Some are handmade from fun foam, others are silicone stamps from different sets, and some my daughter made from rubber scraps. I love those. I just stamped hearts all over the page in different shades of red ink. If you want to know the exact supplies and color names, they're listed on my blog. Link in the description, of course. Now on to the monthly. I guess I really like monthlies because, again, I really like this idea and how it turned out. Every week is a line of love letters. I added the dates to the hearts post festum with a very fine nib pen. To color the hearts, I used watercolors again, but you could easily use whatever you desire. Color pencils, markers, fine nib pens, whatever. Since the hearts are so small, they're very versatile, except the crayons that might be a bit difficult to reach into. I'm so sorry for the missing piece. I forgot to hit the recording, I guess, but I just colored the hearts and stamped some more hearts in pink ink on the bottom. The brain dump or lists page consists of a few love letters again. Some are opened and others are closed, and all of them provide some space to write on so you can put down all of your ideas throughout the month. I added just a simple heading with Fudenosuke brush pen and colored the hearts red. Then I decided that the page is kind of empty, so I filled it with hearts made with handmade stamps that my daughter made me for my birthday. She didn't just cut the hearts from the rubber, she actually carved the handles from wood as well. I love those stamps. It's always nice to see your kids create, but these are really useful too. Here come the trackers in form of love letters. Can you tell I love letters? And my pen pals. While we're on the subject, would you like to see how I put together a happy mail? Let me know in the comments and I can make a video on it if you're interested. I try to limit myself to 6 habit trackers, but I'm always tempted to add more and I always overthink which habits to pick. Does that happen to anyone else? I erased my pencil lines and started stamping. My mood tracker is a large letter and it will have 28 hearts for the dates, while the habit trackers have calendars with dates to cross over and hearts as postage stamps. I have tons of stuff I'd like to do in a day, and once I tried to count how much time that would actually take, and when I came to about 50 hours, I stopped counting. Here you can see the stamping in real time, just to give you some perspective. I didn't want to keep out my mistakes, so you can learn from them. I closed the bujo before the pigment ink was dry. I normally only use dye ink for the exact reason that it dries quickly and washes off nicely, but here I stamped one heart in an old pigment ink and it smudged, so I'm fixing the mistake with white gel pen. It's still visible, but it doesn't bother me too much. Again, I stamped the hearts with different shades of red on the mood tracker, and I used various sizes and different ink pads for the hearts in the background. Because of the busy background, the letter kind of blends in, but when I add the patterns to the hearts as I go along the month, they will stand out again. If that bothers you though, you could use a different color ink for the background, or just draw the hearts on the love letter with black pen and not color them so they will be in black and white. After a quick flip through, I decided my monthly needs more hearts because it was way more empty than the rest of the pages, so I just added hearts in pink. The whole layout for the month takes me about an hour and a half, sometimes an hour and 3/4, and same for the weeklies, so about 3 hours for everything together. And here's the final flip through. I hope you enjoyed this one. I know it's way over the top with all the hearts, and maybe I went crazy overboard. But my kiddos really liked it, so I hope they're not the only ones. Maybe after the busy and serious January, we could all let our inner child to play just a little bit. And give a kiss to a friend and cuddle and enjoy the shortest month that it's always over before you know it. Have fun, and I wish you lots of love this February, and in general. Luckily, this is the one thing that we can do something about. While you can't make somebody love you romantically, you definitely can show somebody your love, and that feels really nice. Doesn't have to be your partner though. Love is not exclusive to romantic partners, so maybe Valentines shouldn't be either. See you next week with some cuddly bullet journal weekly spreads.